Piggy! Welcome back to another book review. Hi, baby. Good girl. This is more like an Audible review, actually, because this is Impact Winter Season 2 by Travis Beacham. Might be Beacham. I'm gonna say Beacham. I don't know which one's right, though. I did a previous review on the first one. I enjoyed it so much. I loved it so much. This is the second book. Before I get into what I actually thought, let me read that. The hit Audible original series from executive producers of The Walking Dead and the writer of Pacific Rim returns for its highly anticipated second season. 6 months have passed since the Vampire Queen fell silent and the world balances on a knife's edge. Rejoin the courageous Dunraven sisters Darcy and Hope as they navigate the vampire apocalypse in a sunless, endless winter that grows deadlier with each passing day. Brace yourself for a frigid realm of sacred daggers, mighty swords, secret seaside caves, unthinkable human blood farms, and a superpowered vampire villain on the hunt. Will Darcy emerge from hiding to save her sister? Will Hope venture from the castle refuge to find Darcy first? When all paths converge, everyone in Hope's and Darcy's orbit is in mortal danger, including the sisters themselves. Dare to listen in the dark again as this thrilling saga expands to new lands, new loves, new weapons, and new warriors. Presented in Dolby Atmos Spatial Audio, the second season of Impact Winter is designed to haunt you like never before. Hear your heart stop. Please note, this content is for mature audiences only. It contains adult language and themes. Discretion is advised. Okay, now what did I think about this book? I'm doing a lot of accents. I apologize if you can't keep up. That's just kind of how it goes. I had salad. I don't know if that helps. Moving on. What did I think about this one? I loved the first one. This one not so much. This one fell flat for me. But I will say, while I was listening to this, I was actually cleaning my room, and I guess because it's the Dolby Spatial Audio or whatever, I have my headphones in. And like they were talking and I could turn and it sounded like they were over here, and I turned and they were behind me and I was like, what? I know this sounds crazy, but that's what it felt like. I felt crazy. I was like, oh my gosh, this is the coolest thing. I just kept turning in circles. It was so interesting. Was I paying attention to what was going on? I was, but I was fascinated at the moment. I don't know what about this didn't resonate with me as much as the first one. It felt kind of flat. I think it felt like a second book, a second story. You know, I read this in January. Let me tell you how flat it felt for me. I don't, because I felt like nothing really happened. Nothing of note anyway. We learned some more of lore. We got some really cool battles. I really enjoyed the battles in these. The only thing is the ending left me confused. Like, I think I know what happened, but still I was confused. I was like, what? So I didn't enjoy it as well as the first one. The acting is still great. I love these sound effects. I love the music. I love the atmosphere it gives. The characters are great. They're well-rounded. Sometimes I get the voices mixed up because a few of them are a little too close together. By the way, I love Penelope. I think she's great. Penelope! That name is everywhere right now. I'm only saying that because I watched Bridgerton and I was bored and I was listening to Impact Winter, and I also Epic. Penelope, I am not the man you knew before. I need to stop. I'm gonna break out in song. Side note, my favorite episode of Buffy is whenever there's like a million musicals happening all in the same episode. Riverdale does musicals terribly. Buffy did it amazing. Don't watch Riverdale. You will get sucked in. It is a terrible show, but you will watch every episode. But Buffy is amazing. You should watch Buffy. I'm Team Spike, even though he was never in the running. I love Spike. He also voices someone in Dragon Ball. And apparently he's Brainiac in Smallville, but I didn't watch Smallville. I watched maybe the first few episodes, and then the person I was watching it with continued on without me, so I haven't watched the rest of them. Either way, he can't do an American accent because you can still hear the British. That boy is British, 100%. But I love Spike. I'm getting way off topic, but it's not actually off topic because it's still a vampire thing. Oh my gosh. Anyway, I love the vampire lore in this series, and I love the idea of vampires rising up when it gets cold, and I love the idea of everything about it. I enjoy all of the fantastical elements and scientific elements of it because it's what I love. But this one fell flat. Yeah, meet some new characters though, and you get development from Hope, you get development from Darcy. I also love Felix. Felix is my favorite character in this entire series. He is the best. He is adorable. He is so sweet. I love him so much. I love Felix. I am Team Felix always. Also, these fight scenes are, oh, I love the sound effects. I just love the fight scenes. I think the fight scenes is what made me want to continue on to the third one. And plus, I'm someone who doesn't like to not finish things, even though they're my personality type in my brain. I'm not supposed to finish anything, which is why I have a million things going on at once, because I'll eventually finish one thing. So anyway, wasn't as good as the first one to me, but if you want to check it out, they are Audible originals, and I think they're only available on Audible. And it kills me that these aren't actual books. I would love these to be actual books, but they're not. I have to sneeze. Like the first book, I was like, no, I'm gonna buy all these books, and then I went to look and I was like, are you kidding me? It's only like an Audible thing. I was like, shut up and take my money. But no one can take my money, so I just have to deal with listening. I wanted to read. Anyway, I'm like halfway through the third one, and I have been for a long time. I know what you are, a vampire. I'm convinced Twilight is like, this is a tangent. I'm convinced Twilight, right? The main characters, they aren't gorgeous. They aren't beautiful. They're those weird kids that pretended that they like drank blood and like howled at the moon in school. And they're like, oh my gosh, I'm so cool. And I'm a vampire. But really, they just are really needing attention or love. They need a hug, and probably not from each other. I don't know. I don't know how to articulate that correctly, but that's what it feels like. It feels like it's the weird girl in school that's like, that hisses at everybody. And it's like, get away from me, I'm a vampire. And they're like, you know, I don't know. It's like that kind of story. It's like, I know what you are. Say it out loud, vampire. And it's like, you can just smell them, you know? We all had that phase though, so don't worry. I used to wear my hair like this a lot. Doesn't help that my part does that, so now, as I'm an adult, it's not my fault. Anyway, okay, I'm gonna go before I start ranting about more stuff. That's Impact Winter Season 2. I will be finishing Season 3 eventually, and you'll hear my little rant for that. Hopefully it's the last one, because I don't think I can take any more of disappointment. The third one is shaping up to be better than the second one, but whatever. Yeah, go check it out if you're interested. It's a wild ride, this series, and I am enjoying it. So yeah, if that sounds interesting, the link in the description are in the description, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.